All right, this is the Big Al and Dave podcast. I'm Dave, sitting here with Al.
Al, Raider X.
I'm 49ers X. How do you like that one?
Everybody should be an X-49er fan. They're fair weather fans anyway.
Oh, whatever. Every team has that. Anyway,
You want to think that does it make
I'm not, I don't,
fans feel better?
It's not like I think that. It's just the facts.
It's not a fact.
We can talk about fan bases again.
No, well, it's nothing to argue there. I think I've already won that argument. Disproved the fact that there's any 49 fan base at all.
Oh, okay. Anyway, whatever. Let's open this thing up with last week, the Raiders, who I think you're a fan of that team, right?
Yeah.
A casual fan.
Yeah, okay.
They're trying to move to Las Vegas, right?
Oh, yeah,
And
they're trying, but that's not going to happen.
I guess the main, or not the main, but one of the primary investors, the guy that,
That billionaire.
yeah, he works Sands, right?
Yeah.
That's his thing. Pulled out.
Ah.
So, tell me what's going on here. I got the article right in front of me,
But you got to look at it this way. Here you are, Dave. You got $1 billion, say $4 or $5 billion,
yeah.
and you're gonna try to go.
That is not Mark Davis, by the way, right?
Oh, he don't even have $1 billion.
Yeah.
So here it is. You're gonna try to go into business with the Raiders, and you're gonna put up, say, $800 million.
750 million, yeah.
How do you
or
get
650 million?
How do you get your money back out of the deal when he only want to pay you $1 for rent? How are you supposed, and you don't have any investment in the team. You're not a part owner. You done gave him $650 million. How do you get it back? You give a concert here that you get some money for. You'd have to give 1 million concerts to even get half of that money back. So how do you ever get your investment? How did he think that somebody was going to go and give him $650 million and not want part of the team?
He does want part of the team, doesn't he?
Oh, but
doesn't the NFL want somebody else to be in that ownership group?
Want to give up.
That's the problem.
That's the problem.
The NFL doesn't like Mark Davis. Well, you're going to tell me the NFL doesn't like the Raiders, period. But
no, they don't. But you know what?
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm starting to think that the NFL actually want to keep the team in Oakland, but preferably they'd love to keep the team in Oakland without Davis at all. You know, we need an owner. We need an owner who could afford to play with the big boys. You know, Mark Davis, the way it is, he's not going to be able, in years to come, he's not going to be able to attract some of the top free agents anyway, or be able to pay them.
I'm surprised you're saying this.
Well, I can't help because we got a broke owner.
Well, I mean, that's the Raiders, essentially.
When Al Davis, his dad, was running the team, he didn't run it like no broke owner.
I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised that you're saying this in front of mixed company.
Oh, I'm saying, but that ain't got nothing to do with the way the Raiders win or lose. You know, as simple as that. I done just had enough of Mark Davis. You know, when he decided that he wanted to take the Raiders away from Oakland again.
Yeah.
You know, that's when he crossed the line. Right now, I don't care if he go out there and whatever happens to him, happen to him. Because once he decides he want to say, hey, I just want to go somewhere else. I want to leave Oakland. You know what? Basically, I just think he's using the threat to try to get more out of the city of Oakland. But when you look at it, he ain't got enough money to go nowhere else.
Well, he's trying to make more money, too.
Well, you know what? You're right, because you know what? The only thing that Mark Davis got, his whole income,
But he's not that smart either.
is the Raiders.
I don't think he's that smart.
And he's not a football guy. He just got handed the team. He's sort of like that other idiot that got handled the team across the bay. You know what? It's gonna get to the point where
Very similar.
You can't just give your kids or grandkids a team and tell them to run the team. You got to start grooming them. You know, I don't know where he went to college. I don't know if he's got a business major.
You talking about Mark Davis?
Mark Davis. But you know what?
What has he done?
He ain't done nothing.
He just got born into it?
Hey, when his son died, when his dad died, he was the next one in line, and that's how it is. And he's a managing general partners, so it kind of makes me think that he's got some kind of other idiot general partners to have him still running the team. Some kind of way he needs to be voted out, because ain't no other franchise in the NFL done had been threatened to lose the same team for a second time. We done lost the team one time, and now here it is. We going through it again to might lose the team again. Hey, you know what? It's disgusting.
Is it Oakland's fault at all?
Is it Oakland's fault?
Yeah, if they keep losing the team.
Well, this time I'll put a little bit of it on that lady mayor they got over there. She talks a good game to where she says she's trying to keep the Raiders there.
I'm talking about the fans.
What does the fans got to do with them leaving?
They weren't going to the games anymore. You told me they had to slash the prices in half because the franchise is such a dumpster fire.
Well, the prices was too high.
If they didn't get lucky with Derek Carr, we'd still be in the same situation, don't you think?
Hey.
Right?
We wasn't going to be in the dumps for all eternity.
Oh, eventually a quarterback will show up.
And you know what? Like I told you before, if you got a good quarterback in the NFL, you got a good quarterback, good things is going to happen.
Hey, maybe Mitch Trubisky's the next Derek Carr.
So you guys think that's who you're going to get?
Well, I mean, who thought Derek Carr was going to be Derek Carr?
I did.
Oh, yeah. What'd you think of Jamarcus Russell when he got drafted?
You know what? I was wrong about Jamarcus Russell. Definitely. He fooled a lot of people.
Is that it?
He fooled a lot of people.
What was your take on, who else did they have? God, they went through a bunch of guys. Jason Campbell?
Jason Campbell was a stud until he got hurt.
And he wasn't terrible.
He was actually playing pretty good.
Kerry Collins?
Kerry Collins. You know, he started our demise. He was awful. He came in.
But what were you saying? But I'm saying.
The first thing Kerry Collins said.
But what were you saying when he?
The first thing Kerry Collins said was, "I don't have to throw the ball to Randy Moss if I don't want to." That wasn't part of the deal, and that soured the whole thing between the Raiders and Randy Moss right there. So here it is. Randy Moss at that time was a stud wide receiver, and you get a new quarterback who think he's the man, and he gonna tell him, I don't have to throw him the ball if he want to. So Randy Moss kind of quit running routes and all this kind of stuff. You know what? Both of them, I'm good riddance with them. And Randy Moss, he should never, under any circumstance, be allowed in the Hall of Fame. He is the only Hall of Famer, the person who they perception as a Hall of Famer, who's actually quit on 2 teams.
Well, he's a wide receiver.
He quit on 2 teams.
That's what wide receivers
do. They thought that he couldn't even run no more. He was walking routes with the Raiders. Then the next year, here he is. All of a sudden, he's got all his speed back, and he's breaking records in New England. Oh, God, you know what? There's no way he should be allowed in the Hall. He's the only if he go to the Hall of Fame, he'd be the only one there who people question their drive to play or their commitment to the game.
Hey, by the way, you have your Randy Moss. You brought over today. We were talking about last week how you have you save every Raiders thing that you have. Meanwhile, I'll get rid of 49ers stuff after I'm done with it. But you save.
That's what y'all do.
You save every single thing. Is there a Randy Moss jersey in there?
Well, you know what?
I mean, we'll get to it later.
That's another thing I stand corrected. I did not save my Randy Moss jerseys.
Oh, what?
I burned him in the parking lot on a couple of games he came back to play.
You burned him in the parking lot?
We was in the parking lot tailgating. We made fires and lit it afire. Some guys peed on it to put it out. Oh, that's what we think of Randy Moss.
Was that you?
Oh, I didn't pee on it.
Oh, God.
But I lit it afire. You know?
Oh, man. Come on now.
Some people think that Jamarcus Russell was the worst thing happened to the Raiders.
Do you have a Jamarcus Russell jersey in there?
I never got one.
Oh, what? He's the number one pick.
It don't make no difference. Why get a jersey from a number one pick when 50% of the number one picks don't work out? So why would I get one? You know, people think Jamarcus Russell was
actually
a big setback.
That's actually a very rational Raiders decision, right?
Randy Moss was the biggest setback we ever gave him. $40 million, and he played like he was worth $40.
Hey, it's wide receivers. You can't trust wide receivers.
Terrell Owens, you guys, T.O., you guys trusted.
Yeah, well,
Do you think T.O. should be in the Hall of Fame?
Man, come on. I'm not a wide receivers guy.
So you don't think he should be in the Hall of Fame?
I like quarterbacks and pass rushers.
Yeah.
Offensive linemen.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Inside, out. That's how you build a team.
That's what I'm talking about, 49er fans.
What?
Here it is.
I like Jerry Rice.
You got a guy on the premises of being a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And here it is. You ain't trying to talk him up. You know, I'm talking about a guy who played he played good for y'all. And you up there saying, oh, I'm not a wide receiver guy. You ain't a 49er guy. You just somebody who's out there.
You think?
I wanna be.
How can you tell me Randy Moss is not a Hall of Fame receiver and Terrell Owens is?
He quit on us. He quit on us.
T.O. doesn't quit?
No, believe me. T.O. played. He played for himself, but he played hard.
That guy ruined chemistry in 4 different locker rooms.
If he ruined so much chemistry, why did each of the next teams want to take him?
Well, because he has some talent.
He had the best. And during his time, it wasn't many wide receivers better than him who was playing. At that time, as much as I hate to admit it, at that time it was probably only 2 wide receivers who was better than him.
Randy Moss.
No.
What?
Jerry Rice and Tim Brown.
Oh, Randy Moss is the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You know what?
Okay, maybe.
You know,
how about most?
Every Hall of Famer that's out there.
Most talented of all time.
I'm not giving him anything.
Oh, you gotta be crazy. Hey, if you're gonna let T.O. in the Hall of Fame, you gotta let Randy Moss in.
Okay, so T.O. just ticked a couple of people off along the way, but nobody
split locker rooms in half.
Nobody ever said that he took a play off. He played hard every single down like every other Hall of Famer. He played hard every down, and Randy Moss, get out of here. He is. No way he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Sounds like Randy Moss is smarter.
If he gets in the Hall of Fame, you know how he should get in there?
He proves it on TV, too.
Posthumously. After he's long gone, he should never be able to get up there and put the coat on his back.
You ever watch Randy Moss on ESPN?
I turn the TV every time.
Well, I might give him an Emmy. He's pretty good.
I turn the TV every time I hear him open his mouth.
That's a smart dude. Well, we're supposed to be talking about the Raiders failing to get down to Las Vegas, but we already know that they moved to Los Angeles in 82.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get a stadium built there.
Yeah.
They couldn't get a stadium built in Oakland before that, right? So that's why they moved to LA.
And then they couldn't do that.
They couldn't do it in LA.
And Irvindale. Where
Irvindale.
Alan Davis beat the city out of $10 million. He had no plans of going to Irvindale in the first place. He came up with after he signed that they were supposed to give him $10 million, and they had like 60 days or 90 days to start the project, and he knew environmental impact study would take longer than that. When they couldn't do it, he just took the $10 million from them poor saps over there. You know.
So this is just what the Raiders do.
I don't care if they're doing
They
bad
can't get it
and
figured
it's
out.
working in their favor.
Huh?
I don't care if they're doing bad things and it's working in their favor.
Yeah, but how did you like watching them in the LA Memorial Coliseum?
I thought it was okay.
Is that the worst stadium ever?
Every seat in the house was a bad seat. You know?
That thing's built like a, what is that,
like a soup bowl almost, like a open. And it's like, if you're on the 50-yard line at field level, you got the track and everything between it. It was just awful seats, no place to use.
Were there seats or was it bleachers?
There was bleachers.
Yeah,
oh, it was awful up in that.
Of course, this was the 80s. I don't know.
Oh, in the middle of the hood, too. It was pretty tough. No parking.
Yeah. I remember one time I went to see my sister play the pep band at a USC Long Beach State game
Yeah.
over there in South Central, right?
Oh yeah.
And I parked a few blocks away in the middle of the night and got out and walked to the game, and you were surprised by that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. I'm really surprised by that day.
Oh, I even stopped at a 7-Eleven and got a
You
Slurpee.
was lucky
I was lucky.
to be walking through that area at night.
By USC?
You think over there by USC is a good area?
Not the greatest. It's not UCLA, which is gorgeous.
Well, you know,
Right.
it goes to show that's probably why USC got a so much better football team than them gorgeous guys over there at UCLA.
Oh, well, they wear the beautiful powder blue uniforms, too.
Oh yeah, back on that San Diego powder blue. Yeah, okay.
All right, so Al, when the Raiders moved back to Oakland in 1995,
Yeah.
you were an advocate for bringing them back then,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
What did you do to help bring them back? Didn't you speak at?
Yeah, when they was bringing them back, they had a meeting at the Alameda County Coliseum between the Alameda Board of Directors and all of Oakland officials, and they wanted to hear from the fans and just people, the community, on what was the pros and cons of bringing the Raiders back to Oakland. So I applied to have the people that they was allowing to speak was given.
How do you apply? Is it just for like season ticket holders?
At that point was no season ticket holders. They wasn't here. What you applied was they had open forum, and they sent out that they wanted people to, if you wanted to be granted a 5-minute slot to speak, you have to fill out an application and apply. So I filled it out, and they called and said I was selected as one of the people to speak for the
Were you
Raiders.
nervous?
Was I nervous?
Yeah. Yeah, I would be.
When I'm talking about the Raiders, believe me,
He doesn't even.
I don't think I'm a nervous person, but when I'm talking about the Raiders,
Yeah, but you're gonna
that's
stand
all.
in front of all these politicians.
I don't care. We just talk about a subject I'm just strong on. We're talking about the Raiders.
Now you were still a season ticket holder even when they were playing in Los Angeles.
Yes.
You went to every game.
I didn't go to every game, but I went to probably about 6 of them or 8 of them. Well, about 6 or 7 of them a year.
Okay, so you were all but one game.
Yeah.
So anyway, you get called, or they respond to your application to speak at this one meeting.
Yes. So when they called, well, anyway, when I was walking up to the Coliseum,
Yeah.
I had my Raider hat on and all my Raider gear on.
How many
and
people
stuff.
are at this meeting? What was the crowd like?
I'd say probably about 500 or 600, maybe.
Where do they
Maybe
hold
more
it?
than that. It was like in one of the rooms at the Coliseum.
Oh, like one of the suites?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
So when we went off in there and stuff, so I was walking up to the Coliseum,
Yeah.
and I had a sign, a big sign that says a no vote would mean political suicide.
What do you mean by that?
Because the city council and the board of directors, they was taking input on if they wanted to go forward with trying to bring the Raiders back to Oakland.
Yeah.
So they was getting this input to help them make a decision in their vote to bring the Raiders back to Oakland. So I had the sign that says a no vote would mean political suicide, meaning if they vote no, all of them managed to just give their walking papers because we didn't want them in Oakland anymore.
Because the Raiders are that important to Oakland.
Yes.
That's why they were thinking about leaving again.
Oh, whatever.
Well,
So anyway, when I'm walking up there with this sign, there was a police officer standing up there,
all right.
and he looked at me and he says, "At least he spelt political suicide correct."
All right.
And I looked at him. Now, taking I was a younger black guy, and I was in my all Raider gear, and I probably, I even had the black marks up under my face, so he probably thought I might be, I don't know, maybe intimidating or stupid or whatever. He looked at me.
A dumb football fan.
A dumb, yeah, like that. And so when he said that, I looked at him and I just told him, I said, what are you, a public servant? I said, what do you make?
This is what you tell him.
I told him to his face, I said, what do you make? Probably $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. I said, I guarantee you, I make more money than you.
You told him that?
Told him I guarantee it that I made more money than him. And at the time, I know I did. So I went on in.
Yeah.
Well, when everybody got into the meeting and stuff, all the police from out there, they was inside just standing around, I guess, to keep order in case it got unruly and stuff. So he
got to see your speech.
He got to see my speech up there talking about it, and I started off by saying, you know what?
Wait. How many people spoke at this thing?
I think there was about maybe 25 people was allowed to speak.
Oh, and they're all about 5 minutes, you said?
About 5 minutes.
And what were you, like what number person?
Oh, I don't know. I was like maybe...
In the middle?
Somewhere in the middle.
Oh, okay.
And then so when I was speaking, I was telling people about being a Raider fan as a lifestyle. That we don't just root for the Raiders in the good times, we root for them in the bad times. We root for them over distances. It does not matter.
Some of you do.
While
yes.
they calling us traitors and everything else, we're still rooting for the Raiders.
Well, that's every team has
and
you guys, though.
Every team does not have that kind of dedication.
No, I disagree with that.
Oh, yeah. I guarantee you right now, there's a lot of people in St. Louis ain't rooting for the Rams. You know? There's going to be a lot of people in L.A. ain't rooting for the Lambs either if they keep on playing like they playing.
Wait, the Lambs?
Well, the way they playing, you can't call them a Ram. A Ram is kind of tough. So we got to call them the Lambs until they get a lot better.
Can't argue that.
Yeah, and we won't argue that. So...
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
So you said in your speech that it's a lifestyle.
That's right. And that, you know, the Raiders meant so much. The silver and black embodies Oakland. And if they come back, we're going to buy tickets and we're going to support them. So that was part of the speech. But looking back on retrospect,
yeah,
once they got the Raiders back, the politicians decided, well, you know what, this could be a good money grab for us. All of a sudden, they made the tickets so high.
They were the highest in the league.
They was the highest in the league in a working class city like Oakland. And everybody backed out. Everybody put in and say they were buying a ticket. All of a sudden, they could afford the tickets.
In a shitty stadium, too.
Yeah. So, they got what they paid for, and they went years of, blackouts and not selling the stadium out because they overpriced their product. You know, if you're winning, people make sacrifices to pay a little bit more. But if you're losing...
It sounds like you should be pissed off at the team.
At the team?
Oh, yeah. The organization.
I could be ticked off at ownership.
That's what I'm doing.
That's got nothing to do with my team.
Well, I mean, that's what the team is, though, is the owner.
The team is bigger than the owner. The owner is just the owner.
The owner is the team.
Get out of here if that's the way you want to think about it.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm...
Okay, Mark Davis
I'm like, why am I going to buy all this 49er stuff to support this trust fund kid?
Mark Davis is only going to be the owner. What is he, 50-some years old now, 60?
Does he have any kids?
I don't care. He ain't going to own the team but a few more years anyway before somebody else. And sooner or later, his family going to be out of control. But the silver and black is going to live on for years. I mean, for years. It's like, I heard the other day that some group from Oakland is talking about, well, if the Raiders leave, we want to keep their colors. And I'm kind of mixed on that kind of thought because me.
Oh, kind of like the Browns.
Cleveland Browns did.
And
I'm a
Seattle
Raider
with the
fan
Sonics.
who's going with the Raiders. And like I tell everybody before, I don't care if they become the Istanbul Raiders. I'm staying with that Raider DNA, that bloodline, you know. So if you move the team somewhere else and you put another team here, I'm rooting for the Raiders. I don't care. It's as simple as that.
Why would they put a new team in Oakland?
You know what? Some of the people who think like that, they probably wouldn't get another team here. So you got some of these idiots out there saying, well, keep the colors and let the team go. Well, you know what?
Then
If
that
we
would
lose
be
a team here in Oakland, we may not ever get another team. You just be holding on to some colors with no team.
Yeah, that won't happen because Mark Davis is not going to let that happen. He has some power. He owns the Raiders. And I don't think the NFL likes that.
He's a doofus.
You
I
don't
know
like
what
that.
he would
He's the Raiders, though.
do. Okay.
I mean, come on.
He's a doofus, and I don't know what he would do.
I mean, that's what I'm saying about the 49ers. It's like, why am I going to go buy more stuff or go to the games?
No, but that ain't what we was talking about, buying more stuff with the 49ers.
It's the same.
We wasn't. We was talking about the reason you have to buy more stuff because your colors change every other year.
Not quite that
That's
often.
like that ugly 49er shirt you got on this year. Next year, your colors will be another color red.
They had the same colors for the last 8 years now.
They did?
Yeah.
No way.
They can't get the shades
No
of...
way. They had some kind of like a maroon color.
I mean,
a
if you
couple
look
years ago.
if you look on the sidelines, they can't get the shade of red correct. But
That's
I mean,
right.
Well, the coaches are wearing too much black too. I don't understand.
But, hey, you know what?
I think it's the blackout jerseys. They drive me crazy.
I think the silver and black is rubbing off on the whole league.
It's rubbing off on
back
everybody.
in the day when it was only about 3 teams.
It's rubbing off on
in the league
everybody.
black.
Everybody wears silver and black. College football teams, like
That's
everybody
right.
has a blackout,
That's right.
or they wear all gray,
That's
or they
right.
wear all white.
But we got it right 50 years ago.
Yeah, after you were golden.
I bet you we'll never have a red out, or we'll never have a goal out. You can bet on that.
Well, you see, you brought something over here. Speaking of silver and black, and blindly following the team through whatever they'll do.
Yeah, I bought a box of my retired Raider gear over here because you say you took your box of old Weiner gear and donated it to a thrift store.
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Well, I still have a lot of old Niner stuff.
I wonder how much of this stuff actually made it onto the showroom floor.
Oh, that's probably very popular there.
Man, if I'd been working Goodwill, I'd put that stuff right on in the garbage to go out. We like to take that stuff out of circulation.
You buy? Do you really? That's
Take
true.
it out of circulation.
You buy 49? No, you buy 49er stuff and make crafts out of it.
Oh yeah, I'll sell the stuff if I can find
Exactly.
some poor sucker who wants it.
Well, let's see. You have your box over here, and it's on top of the 49ers rocking chair you made for me. Let me move it over towards you, and we'll go through some of the stuff. All right, Al's going through his Raiders stash here. I know that there's some stuff I've seen him wear that he should put in the box. So
this one here is a retired shirt from Super Bowl 37.
isn't that the shirt you wore 2 weeks ago when we
Yeah.
played basketball?
No
Look
way.
at the holes in it.
I got all of them.
Oh, that thing is faded. You got an A's shirt.
Oh yeah, when I used to be an 80s fan. I got a lot of old Raider hats.
We'll be sure to take a picture of what the hell.
Oh yeah.
We'll
this
post
one-
pictures on the.
Oh yeah, this
podcast.
one here is like old rag shirt. They used to wear these back in the.
That's a baby
70s and
tee.
80s. No, this used to fit me.
You wouldn't show off your abs in that thing?
That was when I was running marathons.
You're in shape.
Oh yeah. Yo, that means.
That was before all the Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh yeah, yeah. Krispy Kreme donuts was gonna. They like threatening my life.
You would eat a dozen at a time.
Oh yeah.
Real men wear black.
Yeah. Real men wear black.
What's the back of it say?
Um.
It's got a snake on it. Join the dark side, kickin' ass tour.
That's right.
That's silly. Why is there a snake on there?
It's probably because the Alabama Snake. You know a guy called Alabama. Look at that.
Ken Stabler, Los Angeles
The
Raiders.
Los Angeles Raiders.
The logo is too big for the hat. It doesn't even fit it. Why is it like all over the top of it?
I didn't make the hat. I just bought it.
Well, I mean, you don't have to buy every Raiders thing that exists.
Some of it was given to me. Like, this is a pretty old shirt right here.
Oh, what's the back of that say?
Can you see it, Dave?
Whoop ass. Well, it faded out. I can't even read it. Don't make me open this. Oh, it's a can of
It
whoop
said,
ass.
Don't make me open this can of whoop ass. Remember that can of whoop ass I showed you? Remember, I still got that.
That was silly.
Oh, whatever.
Kind of cute, actually.
Oh, here's another old Raider hat.
Man, anything smashed. What year did you get that?
God, this one I got it when he was in L.A.
So oh, that's from the 80s?
That's from the 80s.
Oh, is that leather?
Yeah. Because here's another old Raider leather hat. They used to wear, oh, look at this one. Look at this.
Jose Canseco. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, they definitely roided up in that shirt.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those arms. Holy crap.
And this
32, is that for...
Marcus Allen.
No, it wasn't, is it?
Yeah. I used to wear this.
What is that, an Oklahoma jersey?
No.
Why does it say Raiders above 32? Huh?
This was a Raider jersey from back then.
They never had that on there. That's
They
what,
didn't have it. Well, it wasn't a jersey.
that's what Texas does. They have the name of the team above the numbers. You don't need that on there.
This is a Raider jersey.
It's an imposter. That's what that is.
Well, whatever.
What is it, a basketball jersey?
It's a Raider jersey. That's the story. And this was when Art Shell took over.
We shall overcome 2006.
Yeah, that was when he.
How did that work out?
That was the time when Randy Moss sabotaged the team.
Yeah, wide receivers can't have that much of an impact. What's that one? Oh God, that thing's all torn up.
Oh yeah, it done lived through a couple of days.
When did you retire that? Yesterday? Oh, please be 18. Oh, it's 81.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, not anymore. The number's gone.
Oh well, it's like, what is this one?
It looks like a dish rag.
this one is like a. See, this one lasted a little bit too long.
You know, wipe.
I really didn't want to throw him away.
Use that to wipe the turtle wax on your car.
Is this Oakland or does that say L.A.?
Oakland Raiders,
Oh, yeah.
Western Conference Champions 2000. How did it get so worn out so bad? Did you wear that every day?
I must.
Oh man. What's on that? Oh, that one's all holed up too. Oh, you got a onesie in there. That one was actually pretty nice. I like that one. It's just the logo.
Yeah.
Yeah, Die Hard Raiders. You don't need all that. Don't what? Don't fuck with us.
You said it.
You wore it.
Yeah.
You know what? I have an idea for your next sermon for your wardrobe.
What?
The "Don't fuck with us" T-shirt.
Oh no, we're not taking that nowhere near.
Well, speaking of roids, what's this guy doing? Let me see
I
that.
have no idea. He's roided up. Huh?
You would wear that?
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Whatever. So.
Hey, I know a thing or two about being embarrassed, so. A pink shirt. Oh, that's a Corvette Club.
And the
Oh, see, that one I don't understand. Oakland Bad Boys. I thought it was the Pistons were the Bad Boys, but...
Who was the bad boys back in the 80s?
Speaking of bad boys, you hear about Alden Smith today?
Oh, yeah, he's being another bad boy.
Guy can't get it figured out.
Yeah, you know. I mean...
What were you thinking when of course you were thinking optimistic when the Raiders got Alden Smith from the 49ers. You probably thought he was going to be a stud.
No, I didn't. At the time we got him, and it was such a, with the circumstances
Controversial
around him,
hire.
that I thought if we get 2 or 3 games out of him.
Oakland loves the Raiders. Raiders what? Hold it up on the left side. Raiders versus Oilers, August 26, 1989. That was the Los Angeles Raiders in 89. What was that about?
They had a preseason game.
Oh, really?
In Oakland.
I didn't know they did that.
They came in and had a preseason game.
Against the Oilers?
Yeah, and then right after that was when the Lower Parade earthquake hit L.A. and stuff.
Bay Area.
Well, which one was the one?
2 months before it. October was
The one that hit L.A. was not Loma Prieta. It was the
Northridge.
Northridge.
So they were playing preseason. How would the Oakland crowd treat the Raiders? It didn't even.
They had Metallica in the parking lot playing. They had all kind of.
In 1989.
They had them come through there and stuff and was playing, and it was I think it was Metallica. And that's that on there.
In '89? I know they did in 2001.
Maybe that was one, but in '89 the parking lot was so packed.
Oh, so they weren't pissed off about them.
Oh no, it was an event. We was trying to let the NFL know that we wanted the Raiders back.
Were they doing that annually?
No, that was the only time they did it.
Oh, just in that '89?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they scheduled one game here.
And it worked up.
It was
worked out
like
okay.
one of the greatest events ever. I mean, it was like, wow. I still remember we lost that game, I think, by 1 point. But it was almost like a playoff game out there for a preseason game.
Really?
Yeah. It was an event. Everybody showed up. The whole Raider Nation showed up.
Now, Metallica did play at a Raiders game in 2001.
Oh, the playoff game between
against the Titans.
the Titans, the one that we won. They was riding through the parking lot on the back of the truck. That was the game that they had strippers on top of the car stripping, and everything was going on in the parking lot that day. They was pulling the girls off the top of the vans for taking dollars. People was putting dollars in their G-strings and stuff.
Were you getting into that?
No, I wasn't getting into that.
Uh-huh. If it was 20 years before that, would you have been into that?
Probably.
You were into Metallica?
No, I wasn't into Metallica.
They were my first favorite band, Metallica.
Oh, God, when they came by me, like, I was up there like, what is that? Like...
They didn't get you pumped up?
Get me pumped up?
Yeah, when they're playing For Whom the Bell Tolls.
I told you I don't listen to that kind of music.
That song's a jam.
Oh, God, I was about to go somewhere else.
What? You're not into heavy metal at all?
No.
Well, neither am I.
I'm like, that's like...
Metallica's as metal as I'll get.
That's like if we go to, like, some of the Mexican restaurants and they have the mariachi bands out there.
I've never seen that.
You ain't never been to one of the Mexican bands?
Well, remember, I'm the pickiest eater in the world, so I don't really...
You don't eat Mexican food?
Well, if I go there, I'm just going to have, like, a cheese quesadilla.
Oh, God. Well, anyway, you go to some of the ones...
I'm sorry.
who consider themselves authentic. They have mariachi, and they just play the music.
I couldn't appreciate that either.
And I just can't... It's so loud, and they right up on your plate. I can't deal with that.
You tell them to bounce.
I try to. Now, I can listen to it from afar. I just don't want to listen to it right up in my face. Well, that's the same way with Metallica. When they come riding by on the back of that pickup truck, go somewhere else with all that noise. And people say, oh, that's Metallica. So what?
For Whom the Bell Tolls, that's noise.
It was noise to me.
That's a jam right there.
Like,
Hey, did you see, watch any of the Grammy Awards last night?
Not 1 second.
Did you care at all?
Not at all. I think last night...
I mean, Metallica had a thing where they had a microphone malfunction. They were performing with Lady Gaga, and the singer James Hetfield freaked out and just threw his guitar off the side of the stage.
Lady Gaga is that girl who was playing at the Super Bowl, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know who she was until...
You've never heard of Lady Gaga?
When we was having our little Super Bowl party, people was telling me that she actually made a song that I liked, and they had to tell me which one it was. I don't remember. I'd have to hear it again.
Bad Romance? Ra 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 ah ra ma ra ma ma ga ga ooh la la. Winds you up? No.
No.
Oh.
Must be. I don't know. I don't listen to that kind of music anyway. So
Pop music?
I don't listen to
Oh.
hers.
You never heard of Lady Gaga, huh?
I heard of her. I just don't. I don't associate her music. I can't just say, "Oh yeah, I like that song." But they told me about a song that she made that I actually liked.
Did you enjoy the halftime show?
About the two or 3 seconds that I looked at it.
No, you didn't even care.
Well, at the halftime show, that's like all the ladies and stuff. They're looking at commercials and halftime shows, and I'm trying to get filled up again. I'm over trying to eat and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and you know.
That's what the halftime show is for.
Yeah, to eat and stuff, not to. I'm not into looking at all the commercials.
Like, I was interested in having Metallica play the Super Bowl halftime show last year because it was in the Bay Area, and you probably don't know this. Metallica is from the Bay Area.
No, I do know that.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Originally from LA, but they moved to the Bay Area because their bass player is from Fremont.
That don't make them good.
But I mean, then I learned better that the halftime show is for the people that don't like football. And the people that don't like football don't generally like Metallica.
But then the people who like the...
They like Katy Perry, they like Beyonce, they like Bruno Mars.
That still is not...
I don't know why they got the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That was like, when we went to the Super Bowl down in San Diego, I didn't know until after the game that LL Cool J had performed at the halftime.
He did? I didn't know.
I actually liked him and never saw an inch of him. We were so ticked off at halftime, I just wanted to go get something to eat. But you're right. When you say halftime is for the people who don't watch football.
Yeah.
That's when they come, they since the game is off, they come, they give the kitchen up to of the people who watching the game. They go watch the commercials and halftime shows. And then all the guys who interested, guys or girls who's interested in the game, they trying to eat and stuff and go to the restrooms and stuff.
Refuel.
That's right. So I never thought about that, Dave. See, you learn something every day.
I'm teaching you things here. Well, hey, we know that you're a hardcore Raiders fan, but you also are a fan of the Golden State Warriors.
For sure.
Or at least since they got good again.
What?
Wait, isn't that right?
I've been a Warrior fan since before you was born.
I didn't see any Warrior stuff in your box over here.
You're right. But that don't mean I'm not a Warrior fan. I've been a Warrior fan ever since they
Do you have anything with that, speaking of roided up guys, that mascot they had that had all the muscles and had like the lightning bolts in his...
Flash.
What was his name? Flash? Thunder?
Thunder, yeah.
His name was Thunder.
Yeah. No, I don't have anything. But you know what? I go way back when back in 70, I think it was 75 when they won their first championships. I was in high school, you know, and the Warriors was believe me, Rick Barry, I know that whole team, and that was a good team. Came out of nowhere and won that year. And we, at that point, you know how you think your team gonna keep on winning, but God, over the years, the Warriors made some of the worst decisions ever. Sort of like what the A's is doing now. But the Warriors was getting rid of all of their good players because they didn't want to pay them, or they just, for some reason or another, they just got rid of them. They made bad moves. And you know what? I'm going to tell you about the worst move ever happened in basketball, the worst trade. The Warriors traded the rights to Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish, who was their starting center. They traded Robert Parrish and the rights to Kevin McHale to the Boston Celtics for Joe Barry Curl. Those two went on to be Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
And Joe Barry Curl was...
I've heard of those two.
Yeah. You know, that's just to let you know what kind of deal that was.
Yeah.
So I'm a Warrior fan, but right
and
now...
they got who?
Joe Barry Curl.
And what did he do?
Nothing. But you know what? He got rid of those owners and stuff, and now we got Latham and stuff. But since he took over and got booed that time when he came out on the court, everything since then, he kept his word, kept his promise, and guess what? The Warriors is on top. Well, we ain't on total top right now, but we're lurking somewhere around the top every year for the last few years.
They lost the finals last year.
We lost it, but it was, you've got to put an
I made some money off.
to it.
I think I made some money off of that. But didn't we bet on it?
Yeah, we bet. Did we bet on that?
Yeah, you said that Cleveland wouldn't even win a game.
They shouldn't have.
They won 4 of them.
Well, the NBA conspired against them too.
Well, why would you say that?
Because Draymond Green shouldn't have been suspended. And then in that last game, they let LeBron James and the rest of them goons in Cleveland manhandle.
That's the finals, baby.
They let him knock him off.
Physical play.
They let him knock Steph all over.
It's all about being physical.
But if you even touch,
that's why Steph disappears in the finals.
If you even touch LeBron James, they calling a foul.
Oh, that's why Steph disappears in the finals, because he's too much of a finesse player.
Well,
the Warriors are finesse.
Our team is so good this year. We ain't one or two of them can disappear. We got enough left. And,
I mean, Steph will.
And you can say what you want.
Steph
Draymond Green could have played with the bad boys.
Okay, I'll give you that guy, but I mean, He's my favorite Warrior by far, just because he's the only one that's actually a physical specimen.
Oh yeah, he's the heart and soul. I had somebody telling me the other day, well, he'd have been a all-star. I said, what? Man, to me, he's our best player on the best team in the NBA.
Shouldn't the All-Star game just be the Warriors versus the Cavs?
The All-Star game should basically be the Warriors
Versus the Cavs.
against the East All-Star team.
There's another team in the East?
Well,
The Raptors?
they hold all of them. You can put
The
all
Wizards?
the best players, the one players, and they have trouble beating the Warriors.
Well, the Cavs are going to beat them in June.
No, they're not.
What?
No, they're not.
Are you making a prediction?
I don't even think the Cavs is going to make the finals.
Well, who's going to beat them?
At this point, I think Boston could beat them. I think the Wizards could beat them.
What?
I think the Washington Wizards could beat them or Boston.
I can name one wizard. John Wall?
That don't. What's his name? Bill or.
The Wizards aren't going to beat the Cavs. You want to make a bet on the air?
Yeah.
The Cavs are going to be in the East in the NBA Finals.
No, we can't do that. We can't do that.
Oh, because he's a changed man.
No, I could just say that I just don't think the
Gambling's
the
the work of the
Cavaliers
devil.
they're going to win it all. I just don't think they're going to win it all this year. They've been losing too many games, but my only thing is the East is just so weak. Man, if they was
The season
if
doesn't
they
matter.
was in
That's
the,
why.
If they was
Who
in
cares
the
about the
West,
season?
if they was in the West, they'd probably be about a 6 seed.
Yeah, but so what? It's a season, regular season.
Okay, regular season.
Yeah, exactly. What were you were talking about the Celtics in the 80s? They were winning, what, 50 games a year?
Where
Still
everybody
going to
back then was winning 50 and
Yeah.
nobody was winning 60s.
So who cares?
I care.
It's just the regular season. The Warriors won how many games last year?
73.
And they lost.
Special circumstance.
Well, what's their record this year right now? I don't even know.
Right now, I think their record is 46-8.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Pretty good. And their record over these last 3 years is like there's never been like over their record over the last 3 years is the best record of all time. I don't know exactly what it is, but you look at it, they done had 60 something, 73, and whatever they're gonna get this year. They're gonna end up with the best 3-year stretch ever. And it's just getting started. You know, back when Boston had all them good teams, they wasn't winning that many games either.
Exactly.
But the Warriors right now, they got a superior squad.
That's true.
Oh, did you see? Oh, how about the game last night?
Were you talking about the Kevin Durant in Oklahoma City?
Yeah. Man, that was a good game.
I thought it was a blowout.
It was still a good game. You know what? I'm a Warrior fan.
Yeah.
But I've got to give it to OKC.
What do you mean?
I have never seen a fan base who, like, when somebody came, every time Kevin Durant touched the ball, they was intensely booing him. I mean, they was booing him and heckling him and stuff. Even when they was down 20 points, all the way down to the last second, every time he touched the ball, they was letting that. I was impressed. They sound like Raider fans.
Oklahoma City?
They was pretty good out there. Didn't you watch the game?
No.
You didn't watch the game? Oh,
I'm an NHL fan.
Oh God.
I don't watch the
So
NBA.
you're not used to that kind of intensity.
What?
NFL, hockey. Does anybody watch hockey?
I mean, when I would love it when Boston and Montreal would hook up, and the Boston crowd would just heckle the hell out of PK Subban for Montreal, and in Montreal they would heckle Zdeno Chara every time he touched the puck.
Sort of like I'm describing about what happened yesterday with the but see, let me tell you something.
Equal intensity, baby.
Let me tell you some of the other drama went on. It's like at one point, Kevin Durant and what's his name?
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
They was going at it like Russell Westbrook was up there saying, I'm coming, I'm still coming.
Well,
And they
that's
was
how
down,
he plays.
They was down by about 15 or 16 points. He just hit a 3-pointer. Take it, he was probably the team.
Westbrook?
Yeah, he just hit a 3-pointer.
He finally made a 3-pointer?
Oh yeah, they was like 0 for 11 before they 0 for 13.
The guy
they
misses a
finally made
lot.
one. The whole team misses a lot. They can't shoot free throw 3-pointers. That's why they losing. Where the Warriors making 3-pointers, they making 2s.
Yeah.
But Westbrook, I give it to him. Westbrook brought it. Yeah, he scored
Well, he brings it every
47
game.
points. But guess what? He's got nobody else.
Well,
Nobody else on that team.
Even when he did have somebody else, he's a ball hog, right?
Oh yeah,
That's why Durant left.
that's right.
You can't play with that guy.
Well, he also left because either one of them, nobody, Russell Westbrook always wanted to take the last shot.
And he misses.
And he ain't that kind of player. He can take all the rest of the shots for the game, but
he has
give him the last.
he has no self-awareness.
That's right. No, he ain't got that killer instinct at the last couple of seconds. Of
He
the
does
game.
have the killer instinct.
Well, he got it all through the game because he was killing them. But it's just not enough for him. And I'm not sure he should be an MVP this year. I'm not even sure.
Oh, the MVP is LeBron.
I don't figure.
Steph Curry, the unanimous MVP, that was retarded.
I don't think. What?
LeBron's the MVP
No, he's not.
for the last decade.
What?
That's a hot take.
It's not my take. He should be.
No, what I'm saying is a hot take.
Well, look at it this way. He should be in the running in the top 5 every year.
No, he should just be named the MVP. If you redraft the league, that's who's the number 1 pick. 100% of the time.
I don't know. If we was to pick a team right now, if me and you was picking a team right now to go up against each other,
I got
giving
LeBron.
you. Okay, I'm giving you the first pick. Who are you taking?
LeBron.
Okay, with my first pick, I'm gonna take Steph.
I'm gonna kill you.
Okay, who's you taking with your second?
Oh wait. Let's go back. What am I gonna take if you take Steph?
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Durant.
Okay, I'll take Cousins.
You're dead.
Okay.
Who am I gonna take next?
Yeah.
I'll get Kyrie.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take Kawhi Leonard.
I'm not even an NBA fan. Why am I doing this?
You only got 2 more to go.
Let's see, what do I got? I got LeBron, Durant, Kyrie.
Yeah.
See, I don't want any ball-centric, ball-hog point guards, so I like Chris Paul. I'll take him.
I'll take
He's smart.
Klay Thompson.
Oh, I should have taken him.
So I got the best backcourt right there.
I have the 2 best players, by far.
What? Okay. Okay, you got 1. How many you got your 5 now?
No, what do I got? LeBron. I got Durant. I got Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Let's see. I should get a big, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I got Kyrie Irving.
And you need 1 more.
Should get a big, right?
Yeah, you might. I don't know.
Neither do I.
Well,
Is Dirk Nowitzki still playing?
you don't know basketball, but if you want him, you want me to give you one who I think is the next best one, but I'm not giving you a person I want to take, but I give you another good big man.
What? Tristan Thompson?
Get out of here.
Oh, I just know the Cleveland Cavaliers.
That's all you know?
The Warriors and the
players,
Cavs.
You got players like, you got the Clippers center down there, Jordan, who's an all-star this year.
Oh.
You got
DeAndre Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan. You got New
I don't want
Orleans.
Blake Griffin.
You got New
Oh,
Orleans.
give me Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Done. I got Anthony
I should've
Davis.
said that's who I actually was going to take.
Forgot, yeah.
So I need one more. I need just one more big guy.
It doesn't matter. I got you blown away now. It's not even close. Man. Wait. So let's reverse
Okay,
this.
yeah,
Let's
okay.
reverse this.
All
Here's your number one pick. Who's your number one pick? Just say LeBron. But I dare you to say Steph Curry.
My number one pick.
Come on, say it.
I'm taking Steph Curry.
Yeah! I got
Curry.
LeBron.
That's right.
Now who you got? Durant.
I'll take Durant.
Oh, whatever.
Okay. Next up.
Yeah. Speaking of, we're talking about drama on the court in Oklahoma City. I guess they've had some drama in New York City, which is no surprise. What's going on with your old buddy Latrell Sprewell?
You know, Latrell Sprewell.
Yeah.
You can just.
Okay, see, here's what I know about him is that, well, I had a crush on him because when I would play NBA Live 96, and I did an expansion draft with the Vancouver Grizzlies. I was a really weird kid, no surprise.
Yeah.
Latrell Sprewell was my star player in the video game. So I wanted to wear number 15 on my junior high basketball team just because of the video game. But anyway, other than that, what I know about him is that he choked out PJ Carlesimo at a practice.
Deservedly so.
Former Warriors coach PJ Carlesimo.
Deservedly
When they were
so.
both at Golden State. And then he has kind of that reputation of drama finds Latrell Sprewell, or he finds drama. So,
Okay. And they found him yesterday.
so what's going on here?
Well, you know what? Latrell Sprewell used to be one of my favorite players. And I don't blame him for choking out C.J. Carlesimo because he was their best player at the time. And if he's your best player at the time, why are you picking on him that much to make him want to choke you? Do you think the Cleveland Browns coach would get away with ticking off LeBron James to where LeBron James got to choke him?
Browns.
Do you think Kerr with the Warriors?
Did you just compare Latrell Sprewell to LeBron James?
No, I'm just saying that when you got your best player, why are you ticking him off so bad that he's got to choke you?
Well,
and then you get rid of him, and then 2 months later you get fired because you got rid of your best player, and then all your team started losing.
How are the Warriors doing with Sprewell?
How are they doing when they had him?
Yeah.
It was about 500. Where did they go after they got rid of him? To the lottery. That's where they went.
Is that when they got Chris Webber?
No, that's not when they got Chris Webber.
I don't know my NBA history. But anyway, talk about Sprewell.
So, what let me know is, okay, years ago, Latrell Sprewell, I think he had lost all his money. I don't know what he did to just basically, from what I hear,
Based on him choking his head coach, I'm not that surprised.
Well, you know, like they say, a fool and money may they soon part. So anyway, he hit hard straight at one point, I hear. So then a few months ago, he had that commercial that he did with Robinson about how
David Robinson,
the nicest guy, and he was giving this good advice to this little girl. And then Latrell Sprewell says, I can't recall it right now, but it was pretty negative, made him look pretty bad. And at the time I was talking to my buddy, I said, man, he must be pretty broke to do a commercial like that. And now...
Or he has some self-awareness. You know he's got a reputation.
Okay, well, look at it this way. So yesterday, he shows up in the front row.
Yesterday?
Yeah, on the front row, sitting up there with the owner from the New York Knicks.
James Dolan.
Dolan, yeah, him. Sitting, parading, and Grandmama was with him. You don't know Larry Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Grandmama. You know, now, Latrell Sprewell, I can understand. He's broke. And Dolan probably offered him $5,000-$10,000, whatever he offered him, to just come sit and to get a free seat and just sit there to let him know, hey, I still got some young players who want to come and hang out with us.
This is in response to Charles Oakley earlier in the weekend.
Yeah,
trying to fight James Dolan in the crowd. I don't know if you guys saw that.
He was not trying to fight James Dolan. He was
yelling at him.
He was yelling at him, and he didn't like him.
Trying to fight security.
And security came up there. You know what? Oakley wasn't right. Oakley was not right.
I
in
mean,
what
he's
he was
another
doing.
guy. He's another guy.
He
that,
ain't totally innocent in this, but you know what?
Well, he's another guy that always has some kind of altercation going on.
He wasn't totally innocent in this, but let me tell you something. This being one of your legends from your team, he could have been treated
A
with
legend
a little.
from the Knicks.
That's right.
Oh,
He
whoop-de-doo.
could have been
What have they ever
treated
done?
with a little more respect.
You gonna compare Oakley to LeBron?
You know, I bet you people in New York might want to do that way. He was a tough player. He was good.
Yeah.
You know, but he wasn't LeBron. But for him, he was one of these superstars,
Yeah.
and he should have been. It would be just like if the 49ers, if Jerry Rice came to the game and got into an
So
argument,
Oakley's
and
Jerry
they
Rice.
threw him, and they threw Jerry Rice down on the ground and tried to and drag him out of the stadium. It would be just like if Bo Jackson came to a Raider game.
How good
and
is
he
Charles Oakley?
For the Knicks fans, they love him.
Oh God, well because that's how bad they are.
Oh, well, I'm not gonna argue how good they are because that's a losing battle.
So tell me what's the strategy here about James Dolan paying Latrell Sprewell to hang out with him courtside?
Because he's trying to, like,
James Dolan is also not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah, but you know what? It wasn't just the part that he paraded them two out there in front of him that basically was still all part of making Oakley look bad. You know? And for him afterwards to just go on there and just say, well, you know what? He came here looking for a fight. And he came here to just be unruly. And by the way, he was escorted out of here and he's been charged with felonies and stuff and he's been jailed. Let me tell you something. That little comment right there that he made was not the way to go. You would have been up there like, you know what? I'd have been up there saying, well, you know what? We had a misunderstanding. It was settled. It was no way I would allow the police to take him out of there handcuffed and everything and put him in jail. Because somebody, for the police to do that, somebody had to file charges against him.
He must have been saying something nasty to him.
So what?
Oh, I'm not gonna. I don't know what's going on over there.
If I'm owning the team, there's nothing Marcus Allen and Bo Jackson and Derek Carr and all of the rest of them. None of my Raider legends could have said anything to me to get them drugged out the stadium and put in jail. That's just downright disrespectful. And them Knicks fans, if they're still attending the
Charles
game,
Oakley did make him some money.
yeah, if they still attending the game, they crazy too. Because let me tell you something, they should have protested them. I mean, they should protest him.
Yeah, they should have been for a long time.
Oh yeah, you know.
Just like Raider fans should have protested.
Don't say it, Dave. Don't say it, Dave.
All right, so this is the Big Al and Dave podcast. Be sure to hit like on SoundCloud. Let's get us popular and comment. You can post your comment anywhere in the
And
podcast.
follow.
So, and what was that?
Follow.
And follow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So, any last words?
Go Raiders.
Go 49ers.
And stay at home in
All right.
Oakland.
Go Niners.